So I want to show you another way of building this cube that's sort of special to OnShape. I'm going to hide that. So we're going to rebuild this cube again, but I'm going to build it a whole different way. So I'm going to start a new part studio. And I'm going to be consulting with this. I'm going to start with the black piece again. He's a nice centered piece. And the key here is I'm going to build it. So this is my origin. This is going to be my front. This is going to be my right-hand side. Front, right side. So I'm going to start my black piece on the right-hand side. So I'm going to start my sketch on the right plane. And I'm going to flip my stuff around so you can see it. I'm going to start by drawing this piece right here, this 4. Try that again. Make sure I actually pick up the origin. I'm going to draw this section here now, which is pretty much that. I'm going to hit E for equals. I know this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. D for dimension, 1, and then this should be 0.5. And I must have picked up this midpoint, so it positions right correctly. I'm going to now go back to I'm looking at that front top left-hand corner. Shift E for extrude. I'm going to go the opposite direction, 0.5. And before I do anything else, I'm going to set this guy to be black-ish. And I'm going to rename this part studio cube at once. And I'm going to rename part 1 to be black part. So live from before. This is what I was getting on about when the fact that there's 2 places to name your pieces. I still have to finish the black part. I still have to add this little extension. So I'm going to take and flip it around so I can see the back of there. Start a sketch on the surface. I'm not going to bother rotating. I am going to hide this though. And I'm going to grab this corner here and this corner here. It's already set because I used pre-fit corners. Shift E for extrude. 0.5. Check. If I click on isometric view, bring back to the thing. So now we can start making other pieces. Let's make the green piece now. So instead of starting your first deal, I'm going to just start a sketch on this surface here because that's where most of my features for this green are, because he goes back and up, so I can do it all in one plane. I'm then going to start I'm going to go look at this side quickly. Nope. Yep, that's the back side because it's the front. So it's just the back. This is the left. So I'm going to take and draw a rectangle like this. Control Z. I missed. I want to start on the origin. And I'm going to grab and go like this. I hit E for equals. I know this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. And it picked everything else up for me. Now, here's the trick. I'm going to go back to my main view. Hit Shift E for extrude. I'm going to flip the direction so it's going inside of itself. I'm going to go 0.5. Now, at this point, it's going to switch you to add. I want to make sure it's a new, because now that's now a new piece. I'm going to rename him green part. The advantage here is I'm getting the assembly done at the same time as I build the pieces. But they are each their own individual pieces. Hide this. Now I can keep going. If I go back here, maybe I'll start the red piece now. So I'm going to start a sketch this time on the top surface. Again, I'm going to look down at myself. I'm going to rotate this that way. That way, it's sort of the same way I'm looking at it. I'm going to draw a rectangle from here to here, from here to here. And it did pick up one spot, which is good. I'm going to hit E for equals. I know this line here is equal to this line here, and this line here is equal to that line there. I know this entire thing here is 1.5. I know this is 0.5, and I know from here to here is 0.5. Oh, so I was over constrained. At this point, oh, I didn't connect these. I'm going to use a coincident and say this point lands on that line, and everything turned black. Before this dimension's already known because this is locked to this point. I'm going to go back to a 3/4 view, Shift E for extrude, point it in the right direction, make it 0.5, go back to my drawing. The drawing looks good. I'm going to hit check. I'm going to rename this guy red part. I'm going to change his color to be red. And then I have to go and add onto this guy. So I'm going to start a sketch on the front of the surface. Look at what I'm doing. Draw a square here. Hit E for equals. I know this is equal to this. And dimension, D for dimension, 0.5. Now this time is a little bit clever. I'm going to hit Shift E for extrude. I'm going to go inwards, and I'm going to hit add, and I have to tell it what scope to merge. So I'm going to go 0.5, and it looks like I picked the right up merge scope, and I'm going to tell it to be part of that part. The merge scope tells you what part should he belong to. So all my pieces are being built in situ, which means my assembly is done at the same time. All right, next part, I guess we'll do the green part. I'm going to rotate myself so I'm looking at the front and right. Okay, I'm going to start my aqua piece, start a sketch on this surface. I'm going to then turn myself so I'm looking at it. Maybe in this case, I'll actually leave myself in a 3/4 view because it might be easier. And I have to go, I need a wide rectangle that goes from here to here. I need a square that goes from here to here. And I need two squares that go from here to here. I'm going to hit E for equals. I know this is equal to this. And I know this is equal to this. No dimensions needed because I built off things that already exist. Shift E for extrude. 0.5. Make sure it's a new piece. Oh, change direction. Make sure it's part of new. Hit check. Before I do anything else, I'm going to change his color so that he is sort of an aqua color. Rename this to aqua part. That's the same as clicking down here. It's the same thing. See, both updated. Hide this. I need to make a sketch on this face here. And again, I'm not going to bother rotating things because it's actually more confusing. So this corner to this corner, it turns black because I'm already referencing stuff. Shift E for extrude. I'm going to go opposite direction, 0.5. And I'm going to say add, merge scope, the aqua piece. And there we go. And now I just need to make my blue piece. So this one, I'm going to start on this surface because that's going to be easier. I start at the bottom, it's going to be hard to see where I'm working. I'm going to start a sketch on this surface here. I need a square that goes like this. See if I can get to pop. And from here to here. They're all black already, so I'm going to hit Shift E for extrude. 0.5. It's a new part. Check. Before I do anything else, I'm going to change this color to be like a really blue part. Change the name to blue part. And then I need to start a sketch on this side right here. From here to here. Again, because I'm already picking up things, I don't have to dimension everything. Distance 0.5. Add, merge scope, the blue part. So this will make our piece exactly the same way. The only difference is that I've built all the pieces in situ. The advantage to that being I didn't have to dimension a lot of stuff I was going. However, they are all part of the same timeline. I could do the pieces out of order this way. I could do parts and then come back and add parts to the things, because I think it's more confusing. I didn't have to do assembly because the assembly is built all at once. So it's sort of 6 on one, half done the other. I think doing the parts individually is easier. It's better practice for dimensioning and sizing and then assembling them. But this is another way of doing it.